Alright guys, here's another quick tip for you. I'm going to show you how to do some paint chipping. Now what I've got here is a side skirt from a broom bar that has been base coated in a rust color. I've done a couple of different layers of enamel rust paint to give it a little more variation, so you can see that there's some different tonal qualities to it. A little bit of battle damage that we started off with here. It's just taking plastic cement and roughing the surface with a paintbrush or a toothbrush just to give it a little bit of roughness, and we'll dress that out as battle damage when we get into the final colors of here. So what we're going to do is we put a layer of hairspray on here with just a brush, just brushed it on, and now we've put our base coat paint here, which is just Tamiya acrylics, a couple of different layers of paint right on top of the dried hairspray medium. Put a little bit of grime streaking on there just to kind of vary up the surface a little bit, and we're going to just take a little bit of water on a toothbrush, and we're going to start to soften the undercoat, that hairspray coat, or that chipping fluid that you might use. There's MIG Productions, there's AK, True Earth has a chipping medium. They're all basically the same thing. It's just an acrylic that goes underneath and will soften as you wet it. So we take our toothbrush here, we dip it in a little bit of water, and we just wet the surface. And what that's going to do is it's going to penetrate the paint eventually, and it's going to start the chipping process for us. So just randomly go over the top of the paint, work in different directions. If you go in one direction continuously, you'll get scratches. If you go in circles, you'll get bigger chips. And it's going to take a little bit of time. Obviously, you're working at a slow pace to get it to chip off, and you can see it's starting to chip here as the paint loosens, that bonding chipping medium loosens, and it just starts to flake the paint off. It gives a very realistic finish. So after a few minutes, we wind up with this nicely random chipped paint effect. It shows the rusty color underneath, or your base color, and it's not that hard to do. So give it a try, and let's see some results.
There's a message in the skies and in the streets. Opportunity, the American dream. It's in the radio and it's superstars, the arteries and veins that feed your heart.